And I got another question for you.
Sure.
If you want to answer, it's not something that you may not have thought about yet, but hearing everything that I said about this whole martial arts journey, and there's more stuff to that as well. Do you consider yourself, not physical notwithstanding, do you consider yourself mentally a martial artist?
Well, I think from the different tiers that you've shared, right? Because I think there's what's beautiful about what you do with your teaching and what you do with your students is you start with character.
Yes.
You start with who you are and how they show up for themselves.
Yep.
And then also how they show up for others.
Yes.
So minus the technical training, minus the actual art and skill of martial arts, like I feel that I resonate with your discipline. I feel that I embody a lot of the things that you teach. And I also feel that a lot of the things that resonate with both of us is why we're connected today.
Yes.
You know, because to me, it's like, it's about accountability. It's about gratitude. It's about, understanding and owning your reality, owning, not pointing the finger and blaming as to why this happened, but owning, anything in life, it's about owning, in terms of it starts with you. And I remember, we talked earlier about people that will say things and it resonates with you. In middle school, I remember a teacher always telling me, he was an English teacher. He would say, life is not determined by what you want. Life is determined by the choices you make. Now, he would say that over and over. This is like 7th grade. Right. I'm like saying to myself, I'm in my early 40s, and why do I still know this stuff by heart, right? Like, it's crazy. But like, he would say it all the time in class. We'd be like, yeah. We understand, Mr. Perry. But it stayed with me. And as I kept reiterating in my head over the years, I'm like, it's so true. There's a lot of things we want in life, but ultimately the life choices we make are the puzzle pieces to getting there. So
great quote from that teacher too. That's 100% spot on. 100% spot on. And that's something I haven't said it that eloquently perhaps, but that's part of the mission here, which is wherever you're trying to go, it doesn't matter how you feel. I'm big on saying it doesn't matter how you feel. And the people who know me understand what I'm saying. It's not that your feelings don't matter. It's that how you feel about it doesn't do anything. There's no action in your feelings. There's action in your action. What do you want to do right now to get to the goal? Because there are plenty of people that are sad that are grinding. Plenty of people that are hurt or injured that are still trying to practice.
Yes.
There are people old who have lost everything that are still trying to redefine their life and reshape things and find a new reason. There's all kinds of reasons. So, and I'm sure you've experienced this. There's lots of excuses to stop or quit.
Yes.
But there's only one reason to do something, and it's because you want to do it. Trying to make something self-generated, trying to make excellence self-generated in people so they have their own system. Like you said, those key words, accountability, ownership, that is exactly what we do here. And it was a rhetorical question because I already consider you a martial artist by your mindset, because
yes, those
are the things that we do here. Now, I want the audience to know, your audience, so it's not yes, it's about physical skills when it comes to the martial arts aspect. Of course, you have to be able to defend yourself, but it's about the mindset you get out of doing all of that in a certain environment and then through the space. And you should be in an environment where those things are promoted. And if they're not, that may not necessarily be where you want to be, because proper instruction in any field should compound what the initial subject matter is. Should compound it. So if you're getting taught math, you should be getting taught science. I always tell people I'm going to be your first geometry teacher, your first science teacher, your first physics teacher. You're going to have all these equations in your head. Remember me when you go to school, when you get to high school, just remember me. Mm-hmm. Because we're synthesizing so much, just like what you're doing. You're bringing all the variety of guests that you have. There's so many things, but there's also so many different things, but there's a common thread through a lot of us as well, not just between the martial artists per se, more than other individuals as well that you've had on. So I'm very, I think more than anything at this age, I'm happy to see people's success a lot. I'm really happy to watch people flourish. I know Christmas is coming around the corner, and I'm not big on celebrations. I don't really believe in celebrating and partying. Like, I'm always kind of like, sort of like Batman with the binoculars from the top. Like, okay, like, let's get to the next thing. It's nice, but I've watched people like Grandmaster Kim who got up. I've seen people like that get crazy recognition. Walk into a room and everybody literally stands up. That kind of pull. And, I give off great energy, but to get that kind is different. And, get a plaque and they're like, oh yeah, can you hold this for me? Like, like, where you and I might be, we worked our whole lives to get to this point. And like, that's all good. Hey, just make sure I don't forget it. You just put it over there. Like, it's like they're not attached to that physical recognition. They're only really chasing their own recognition, their own sort of satisfaction, which is a key for me, is to chase your own satisfaction, because you're not going to be able to make everybody happy. And it could look to everybody else as if you're working differently. And the appearance of what we do here is very different than the goals and the results that we generate.
Yes.